Hello, let's do the New York Times Hard Sudoku for May 11th, 2026. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. All right, we got 1, 2, 6, and 9 here. The two ones look in, putting a 1 in one of these two. Vertically, not seeing anything with ones. In fact, those are the only two ones we have. The 2, really no help with the 2 as far as I can tell. I guess in this box, 2's in one of these two. But yeah, we only have the 3 2's. We can mark 2 in one of these two since we see it. The 6. 6 is in one of these two. So far, not a lot of help from box 1. These 9's look in, putting a 9 in one of these two. And then, wow, this box is just getting a bunch of weird diagonal corner marks. It's interesting. Okay, and this box is down to 5. Is there any potential for crossings, maybe? The 8, no. What about here, the 5 or the 3? The 3 does cross. This 3 looks in, this 3 looks up. Oh, and this 3 looks in, and so actually we can place the 3 in the box. These two 3's look down, putting a 3 in one of these 3. 4 digits left in this box. Let's just take a look. We need a 4, 5, 7, 8. So this is 4, 5, 7. This is, oh, this can't be 4 or 5, so this is 7, 8. This can't be 5, so it's 4, 7, 8. I think this can be any. It does mean the 5's in one of these two. This 5 looks in. Okay. I think that's all we get for this box. Let's move on to the next one. 1, 3, and 5. We already got the 1 and the 3. So the 3's vertically. Put a 3 in one of these two. All right. 1's, 5's. 5 looks down, 5 looks in. That puts a 5 in one of these two. That points in here with this 5. Putting a 5 in one of these 3. I'm just looking down here because the 7 is also not in any of these spots. So the 7's one of these 3. I'm seeing if there's anything more. The 8 is placed in this row. Not here, not here. These two 8's look down. So 8 is placed. All right. And these two should be limited. Wow, this puzzle feels really familiar. I think I've done this one. Like, New York Times sometimes repeats puzzles. This one might have been relatively recent. Or just memorable. But anyway, these two are, I don't know why they repeat puzzles. They could at least shuffle them around. There's a lot of ways to transform the same puzzle and end up looking a lot different, but it's still the same logic. Anyway, what do we need here? We need a 1, not 2. This one can be 3, 4, not 5, 6, 7. What about 8? Oh yeah, neither of them can be 8. Of course, the 8's right there, or 9. All right, so they're just down to 1, 3, 4, and this one's only 1, 4. Okay. Let's come back up here. Let's do this 3 and this 8. I think we're on that. So the 8's are done. The 3's are nothing more with 3's. Any crossings here? The 1 or the 6? Nope. We already have the ones down here. All right, I'm trying to see if there's anything else with this band. I don't think so. All right, next band. We have 2 3's looking in. This 3 looks down. Placing this 3. Okay. And now we can place the 3 in this box. These two look down. And so that's not a 3. And so now this is down to 1, 4, 5, 7. So this can't be 1 or 4. So this is 5, 7 only. I think that's all we get. Okay. This box we've reduced to 4 digits. We need a 1, 4, 6, 9. The 9 on top, yeah. So this can't be 9. Yeah, the 2 9's looking in. That's what does it. Places the 9 in this box. I don't see a follow-up on 9's. But this is now, what, 1, 4, 6. 6 is one of these two. That points in with this 6. 6 looks down, placing this 6. These 6's look in, putting a 6 in one of these 3. Okay, 1, 4, 5, 7. What else we got here? This row, I need a 1, 3, 1, 3, 4, 5. This can't be 1 or 4, so this is 3, 5. 1, 3, 4, 5. This can't be 1, 3, so this is 4, 5. This can't be 3, 4, so this is 1, 5. This is 1, 3, 4. Wow, okay. So the 4 is in one of these two for the row. I don't think that does anything. What about in this box? 4 is here. 2, 5, 7. Interesting. Something going on with this box, but let's backtrack a little bit. We were doing this 3, 8, if I recall. This 7 now, because we got this 3, this 7 now has a crossing here. That puts a 7 in one of these two. That points in here with this 7, putting a 7 in one of these two. 3, 4, 7. So, this, yeah, we got the 7 already. Let's just move on to this box here. We have 3 and 4. So this 3 looks down, this 3 looks in. That's a 3 in one of these two. That doesn't help. We already have this 3. 2 4s look into here, putting a 4 in one of these 3. I want there to be more here. I'm not seeing it. 3, 4, and 7. We do have 2 3s looking down. We got that. The 4, the 7, and then 3, 8 here. No. Okay, nothing with that band. This band we've mostly taken care of, but let's make sure we didn't miss anything. We got the 6s. So the 8 is in one of these 3. And then the 9 are done. The 2s look back. 6, 9. All right, I think that's all we get. Okay. Are these still 1, 4, 5, 7? Looks like it. I have so many corner marks in here. What I'm wondering is what haven't we accounted for, right? Between the givens and the counter mark, the corner marks. So we need a 1 still. The 1's in one of these 3. Remember the 6 is in one of these 3 as well. No, we placed the 6. What was it? It was the 4. The 1 and the 4 looking down, but 1 and 4 in one of these 3. Okay, there's I'm just going to tell you the first thing I noticed. I'm not going to use this. I think there's probably something a little simpler we can talk about. I think there is actually. I don't know if simpler is the right term, but anyway, let's go through what my thought process was here, so you can kind of follow along. It's interesting, I think. So I know that 1 and 4 are in these 3. I also know that this can only be 1, 4. Right? So I can't make this a 1, 4 pair, right? I need to put a 1 in one of these 3 and a 4 in one of these 3. But if I did the 1, 4 here, I'd have too many 1, 4s in this row. I wouldn't have place for the other 5, 7, right? No matter how you want to put it, you just can't do 1, 4 in 3 cells. Just they don't fit. So that means that if they're in one of these 3 and they can't be a 1, 4 pair here, we're forced to put 1 here, meaning this can't be a 2, and that places the 2 and the 3. So that was the first thing I saw. The sort of next thing I noticed is that, well, if we take these 4 cells together, then within these 4 cells, we need a 1, 4, 5, and 7, right? Because the 1 and 4 need to be in these 3, and the 5 and 7 need to be in these 3. And so the overlap is these 4 cells, and we've limited 4 digits to them, the 1, 4, 5, and 7. So that's a hidden quad. And so really the thing to think about then is what's the opposite? The opposite is that there should be a naked pair here, a 2, 3 naked pair. Now, the fact that this can be 5, yeah. So really what I've been noticing this whole time is that I have the 5s corner marked here because the 5s claim in the row, but I penciled a 5 in here, and this should only be a 3. This should be a naked 3. And then that makes this a naked 2 if I recall, if I'm right about everything. So it's not 1. We think it is a 2. It's not 3, 4. It's not 5, 6. It's not 7 because we have the claiming 7s here. I also should have put pointing 7s here. So it's not 7. It's not 8. It's not 9. So it's a naked 2. So lots of ways to find the same piece of logic. But now this can't be a 3 anymore. So this is the only place for 3. And now this is the only place for 7, only place for 8. Here, we're going to find out that this is only 1 or 4 because it can't be 5, 7. So it's down to 1, 4. And then this is still 1, 4, 5, 7. So we're not going to mark it. So yeah. If you see something complex, sometimes it means, hey, I'm missing something simpler. But, I mean, had I applied the complex thing, I would have come up with the same answer. So it doesn't really matter. All right, these twos look in here, putting a 2 in one of these two. 5, 7, 8, 9. So this is 5, 5, 8, 9. This is any of them. No, it's not 7. 7 is claiming and pointing. This is also 5, 8, 9. All right. Well, I don't think there's anything else with this band we can touch. Let's get rid of these corner marks to avoid confusion. I don't think we need these 6s here corner marked anymore either. I don't think they're helpful. Okay. I'm going to keep the 5 and 7. Will I? Yeah, just to remind. It's fine. Okay. So, I got some digits. Let's follow up on those. So the 3s are done. The 8. Is there anything with 8? Yeah, actually. This 8 looks up. This 8 looks in. So 8's in one of these two. So now we found a hidden 8-9 pair here. One of these is 8. The other's 9, according to our corner marks. So they aren't anything else. Before I think about this, I also noticed the 7s we're looking up. And now that we have this hidden 8-9 pair, the 7 can't go here because it needs to be 8 or 9. It can't be a 7 if it's supposed to be an 8 or 9. So the 7 goes here, and then that places the 6 in the box. And this is now just down to what, a 2-4 pair? Oh, there's a 4 in the column. Okay, so that's 2 and that's 4. Very nice. That places the 5 here. This is 4, 7, 8. All right. The 4 that we placed looks back down, resolving this triple with the 5, 1, and 4. That can't be a 5 anymore. So this is down to 1, 4, 7. In general, this column is 1, 4, 6, 7. So neither of these are 4. Oh, none of these are 4. So where's 4 in the column? It is right here. And that leaves us with a 5, 7 pair, and this ends up being a 1 and a 1. All right. So now this 7 in this column can only go here. We can just see that from the corner marks. So that's our 7 for the column. And this is a 1, 6 pair. All right. And where's our low-hanging fruit at this point? We do have 2 2s here. I'm going to try to follow up on placed digits. We got the 2, we got the 6. Okay, so these 6s, put a 6 up here. In fact, this is just a pair that involves a 6. It's 2, 6. Ah, the 2 resolves it. That's 6, that's 2. Would have found that with this 2 I just placed, I guess. The 4 and the 7. Not seeing anything with that. Okay. I want to look at 2, 8, 9 here. Bottom one's not 8. Oh, this is a single. This is what they call a full house. For whatever reason, it's given its own classification. We have 8 of the digits. We need the 9th. They call it a full house. Because this is any row, column, or box can be generically called a house. So the house is full. We need to finish it. It's a 5. Anyway, I don't know if it's a reference to poker or not, but it has a justification terminology-wise that has nothing to do with poker. So anyway, we need 1, 6, 8, 9. This is 1, 6, 9. I don't know. All right, there's got to be just like easy looking fruit here. We just got to find the right one to look at. This row is down to 1, 6, 2. Oh, sorry, 1, 2, 6, 9. This can't be 1, 6, or 9. So this is a naked 2. It can only be a 2, so it must be. That's our 9. That's 8 and 9. That gives us the 7 and the 4 and the 8. We had our 5, 7 is resolved now. So that's not a 9. This is our 2. No 5s here. I think we're just cleaning up at this point. This is a full house also. It's the 5. All right. 5 is one of these two. This is not a 1. So this is 6 and 1. This is 4 and 6. That's not a 4. This column is down to, well, we need a 2, which can only go here. And then we know there's a 5. And what else? 9. 5 and 9. All right, I don't think it's resolved. Oh, it is. That's 9. I missed that. That's 5, that's 9. Now 5 can only go here. That's a 4. We get the 8 and the 9 here. 2 digits left here, the 1 and the 7. Okay. That makes this a 6. That's a 1. This row finishes with a 6. This box finishes with a 8. All right, we need a 4 somewhere. Okay, there's our 4. We need a 9 somewhere. There's our 9, there's our 1, there's our 7. We get the 1 and 7, and we're done. All right. I liked the kind of progression from more difficult to easier that I found in this box. And really what it came down to is I had 5s marked here, but I still penciled a 5 here. Had I not done that, I wouldn't have needed any of that. I would have seen the naked 3 and everything would have resolved without me having to think harder about it. But we play these games to think, right? Why else would we play them? So it's fun to, quote, overthink sometimes. Anyway, how'd you do?